Psychotherapy for individuals who have experienced early trauma is challenging for both the patient and the therapist. The patient's self-care system often resists change, making it difficult for therapy to progress. This resistance was first noted by Freud in 1920, who referred to it as a demonic force that hindered the usual process of analysis. Freud even believed that this resistance towards change was rooted in an instinctive desire for death. Most experts believe that the inner figure who attacks and causes distress to trauma victims is actually an internal version of the perpetrator who caused the trauma. However, this view is only partially true. The inner figure is often even more cruel and sadistic than the external perpetrator, indicating that it's a psychological factor that has been unleashed within the person's psyche as a result of the trauma. This inner figure serves as a protective caretaker for the traumatized individual, even though it may be very brutal and scary. It says, "I will never let you suffer like this again. I will protect you from cruel reality by fragmenting you, making you withdraw from reality, numbing you with substances, or causing you to feel depressed and hopeless." This way, the caretaker preserves what's left of the person's innocence that was taken away too soon by the traumatic event. Despite the well-intentioned nature of the protector or prosecutor, which is an internal defense mechanism that tries to protect the traumatized individual, there is a tragic aspect to these archetypal defenses. This poses a challenge for both the traumatized individual and the psychotherapist trying to help them. The problem lies in the fact that the protector or persecutor is not capable of learning. It remains stuck at a primitive level of consciousness, unable to differentiate between real danger and real-life opportunities. It continues to perceive any new situation as a potential threat for re-traumatization and responds by attacking it. This means that the archaic defenses, which Freud referred to as part of the death instinct, become forces that work against the individual's ability to live a fulfilling life. In simpler terms, the internal defense mechanism that tries to protect the traumatized individual doesn't learn from experience and continues to see everything as dangerous. This can be a barrier to healing in therapy, as it prevents the individual from moving forward and enjoying new opportunities. Exploring the inner world of trauma helps us understand two disturbing findings in trauma literature. First, trauma doesn't end with the external violation, but continues inside the victim's mind. The victim may have nightmares or be haunted by inner figures that persecute them. Second, despite wanting to change and improve their life, trauma victims often find themselves in situations that re-traumatize them. It's as if something more powerful than their conscious efforts continually undermines their progress, as if they are possessed by a malicious force or pursued by a malignant fate. These inner experiences may manifest in self-defeating behaviors or repeated patterns of negative events, which mirror the persecutory inner world of the trauma victim.